Hi everyone, it's Angelina from Sparkling Diva again with another reading. First of all, I want to say Happy Easter to everyone who celebrates that, because of course I suppose not everyone does, but for the ones who do, Happy Easter. Have a wonderful, lovely day. Today's reading is about who is this guy, which was asked by one of my followers to do a reading on that, and I thought it was a lovely idea. I did adapt it a bit. It's about this thing that we fall in love with a man, and then he turns out to be different from the man that we actually fell in love with. And so who is this guy really? Now I am all about self-empowerment, and I do not like to get in blame or judgment or anything. So I do have a question, what you fell in love with, a question who he really is as a person, and also what you have to learn from this situation, and just a general card of more information, advice or whatever from the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck, the cards that I got in yesterday, my new deck. And the rest is all the Green Witch Tarot cards. And I've done it that way because I do find it important that it's not just about the guy and almost as if what's wrong with this dude, but more like self-empowerment. Why am I falling in love with that guy? Why did I fall in love with him? What can I learn from it? And this can go for an ex, all your exes, to find out about patterns maybe that you tend to fall for, and what you can learn from that. So it changes. It can also be a current relationship you're in. So in that sense, it's quite general, quite broad. Also, before I begin, I would like to say again a big thank you to all people who have subscribed and commented and liked my readings. Absolutely wonderful. Just keep it up because I really appreciate it. And of course also the people who haven't subscribed but are new watchers, or if you're just following, not subscribing, wonderful. And I want to say again that I have a spring special when it comes to personal readings until April 6th. Well, let's include April 6th, that's Friday, so until Saturday then I have a spring special, almost 50% discount. Normally the exchange is $44, now it's $25. If you want a personal reading, I can get into it, for you personally, of course, and more in depth for your situation, your specific situation. Just contact me. The information is underneath the video in the description box. You'll find it there. So then get in touch, and then you'll get the info, and then we can schedule this personal reading for you. Right, well, I'd like to start, since it's Easter. I went for the Easter eggs just one more time, It's just, I thought it was funny. So this is number 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 sets of cards, and of course to choose from 2 golden eggs to choose from, or either a platinum and a blue one. A pink or an orange one is for the number 3, and for the numbers 4 we have orange and blue. So please make a choice, whatever colors or appeal to you, or maybe just a number 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 or 4, and then I will start the reading. Right, I hope you made your choice, otherwise just pause the video so you can feel which one you want to go for. Alrighty, let's get the eggs out of the way, and let's go to the first reading. If you choose number 1, let's see the following order of the cards, because I have to get that right. What you fell in love with, what you fell for. We have the Judgment card, the She, and the Green Man, which is normally the Fool in the default tarot. Um, this is about him being carefree, him being playful. Um, yeah, that basically. Someone who's easygoing, nice to be with, nice to be around, likely likes to go out or have fun and parties or whatever because they're dancing. Yeah, they're making music, they're dancing, probably socializing a lot. Just a happy person, you know. Masculine likely as well because the Green Man is about masculine energy, so he probably comes across at least as a masculine man, carefree, happy. Yeah. Also, because of the Shay judgment, um, that's also about a chemistry and opposites, differences, and finding the right balance in that. But I feel that in this reading, it's more that the differences between you and him complemented each other. That you and him complemented each other in a nice way, and that offers opportunities for to learn and to grow. And you know, when you complement each other, when one is, for instance, very masculine and the other is very feminine, and that yeah, that offers many new things. That allows for you to be truly in your feminine energy, and maybe for the first time ever, and that's wonderful. Then you can start exploring all these things that come with that, and that also draws you, pulls you together like magnets almost. That is a very, yeah, chemistry, creates chemistry. It's a very strong energy. So I feel that's what you felt with this man, or what you fell in love with, that dynamic, that vibe. So the chemistry, the way you complement each other, and what that offers, what you can learn from that, the new things, and just that pull, that magnetic pull, and him being so carefree. Yeah, that's what you fell in love with. What is this guy really like? So who is this guy? Then we have the Three of Pentacles and the Harvest, which is really interesting because this gives me the vibe that this man, Three of Pentacles, is wanting to create something, having a vision and wanting to manifest that. And also taking action in order to manifest whatever it is you want to manifest. And I feel he's very driven, quite driven, and possibly with his work. I don't feel that this is necessarily to do with a relationship. And so in a way, his focus is on something else other than a relationship. Something else is more important at this moment in his life than a relationship. Doesn't mean to say it will remain that way forever, but at this moment. The harvest is, yeah, of course, wanting to reap the fruit of your labor. So this could be something new, a new endeavor that he's busy with, involved in. Quite some change because the harvest is the judge. I've lost it. Judgment or justice. I can never remember. I have to judgment. I always mix these two up. I'm sorry about that. Judgment is about a transformation, resurrection, rebirth. So I feel that this might be is likely something new. Maybe a career change or just, you know, a new project, something new, and it's taking quite a lot of his attention. He wants that as well because he is really driven, and this also speaks of reward. So he wants that. He really truly wants that. He wants the reward, the fruits of his labor, and he's investing a lot of time in that. And that is not your relationship. That's how it feels to me. So in that sense, you could say that at this moment, this man is not really ready to commit to a relationship. Might not say he doesn't want to, but there's just something else that needs his attention that is more important to him right now. And it could very well be that he, for instance, wants to be a provider for you, and in order to be a good provider, he needs to finish this project, this new career thing, whatever it is. So in that sense, yeah. So he is carefree. There is chemistry between the two of you, and that's the stuff you fell in love with. But deep down, his focus is not really on a relationship, on a commitment. And the question, next question is, what did I miss? So what did you not see about him, so that this happened? This incongruency, so to speak, with whom he is and what you fell in love with. Then we have the 5 of swords, 5 of atamis, and the 4 of atamis. This one is about self-confidence. And this man, he made the atamis, and this guy, the merchant, is interested in buying them, but he's not interested in the skills that the man put in it, in making them. He's not interested in that at all. All he's interested in is getting a good price. He wants a bargain. And so he's not really being seen for what he is, what he can do, what he can make, what he can create, what he has to offer. He has a problem with that. And that can pertain to this new project, but I do not think so. I think this has to do more with him as a partner, as a man in a relationship. And here we have the 4 of swords, the 4 of atamis, is also about recuperating, rest. I feel this man is just not ready. He's not ready. And he, in a way, I feel he wants to. He does want to. So it's not like he doesn't care about you, that he's not interested in you. He does want to, he just doesn't have the space. And he has to work this out as well. This issue with his self-confidence. It could be that maybe in the past, someone else hurt him, another woman and someone else hurt him and damaged his self-confidence. And yeah, he needs to recover from that still. So that's also the 4 of swords, right? Recovering from something. And this is really about confidence. The peacock in the back as well. Peacock stands for confidence and manifesting. So this man, he really needs to first really manifest this, whatever it is he's working on, because that will also help his self-esteem and his confidence. That will give him that feeling that he is worthy. And that's, in a way, what he is missing. This sense of worthiness, deep down knowing that he is deserving and lovable. And so, yeah, and that you didn't see this. This is what you missed. You weren't not seeing that he actually wasn't ready yet, was still recovering from something, and that he is deep down lacking confidence, because he's probably showing you something completely different, because he's showing you the fool, someone who's carefree and he's happy and he's outgoing and socializing and he's funny and all that stuff, and very masculine. But deep down he has a problem with confidence, and he wants that. He really needs that. That's why he will not shift his focus either, I don't think. And which is a good thing, because you shouldn't want to be in a relationship when he is not really completely the man that you deserve. And in order for that, he needs this rejuvenation. He needs to feel that he's worthy. Right? So I hope that makes sense to you. Then the last question for you guys, number 1, is what you have to learn from this. And 4 cards came out, which was not my intention, but yeah, they insisted. First, we have the Ace of Cups, is love yourself. Love yourself. Work on that. And this is really quite beautiful, because we have the High Priest and we have the High Priest, the High Priestess, both. So you also have to work on your inner feminine, masculine energies, balance those. You have to know what it is that you want, what you want in a relationship, in life, what you want to manifest. And that is what you need your feminine energies for. So you have to carefully think about what it is you're going to put in the cauldron, what it is you want to put in your mixture, in your soup, in your brew. what it is you need, what you want. Which ingredients are you going to put into that? You need your feminine energy for that, to intuit, to feel. So you have to go inwards, and when you have clarity, what it is you put in, what you need to put in, then you can start manifesting. Then there is the masculine energy of manifesting, and then you can go outwards again, and then you can actually start attracting it and start, you know, so you get it. And then also the last one, the standing stone, which is justice in the default tarot. That's really glary, sorry about that. I can't get it. Ah, there we are. No. Oh, well, sorry. um, Justice is about being impartial, unbiased, neutral, so not overwhelmed or controlled by emotions. And I think that is very important, that you can actually be a bit more realistic when you meet someone, so you don't get dragged into something that is not going to serve you, that in the end will lead to heartache and pain. And so that you can see, have a better view of what it is that is in front of you. So not be lured in by good looks, or someone being like the fool, and all wonderful and happy, and that you can actually see what someone is really like, or see that sooner, so you don't get hurt. It could be that if you're in a relationship with this person, that can happen, of course. I'm not saying you have to break up or anything. It's still like, you still have to do this work, still go inward, find out what it is you need, what you want, how you like things to be, so you can start attracting that, and maybe then express that to your partner. And then you just have to wait it out, because he does have to go through this process, this transformation, so he can regain his confidence and become a more empowered masculine. I hope that helps you. Hang about, I still have a last message. Almost forgot. From my new deck, the Keepers of the Light, we have Lord Shiva. Transcendence is rise up, honor your inner force. And it also speaks of that you are moving through a deep transition, and that things will be clearer from this point on, and you will know exactly what you need to do and where you need to be. And that will come from balancing your inner masculine and feminine, the high priest and the high priestess. That's exactly what I just said. Know what you want and what you want to put in your mixture. It's a powerful time, as you will transcend the limitations that others have set for you. It's a time for innovation, ideas, soul traveling, soul revealing, basically. So just knowing what you want, and having boundaries as well, so others do not impose set limitations to what it to your life, to what you need, because that's not right. Okay, I hope that resonated with you, and please leave me feedback, likes if you indeed liked it, of course, and I hope to see you soon. Have a happy Easter. Bye. Right, we're moving on with the numbers 2, and what did you fall for? Why did you fall in love with this man? What about, what was it, qualities or whatever he has, or that you fell in love with? We have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Three of Chalices. I feel that because this guy has a lot of, make you feel a lot of passion, a spark, a new beginning, wanting to manifest things, and is very fiery, very passionate, the Ace of Wands, right? And either he was very much like that, or appeared to be very much like that, or he made you feel that way. Very inspired, very passionate, very, also sexual. There's very strong sexual energy. I feel that as well. And the Three of Cups is also about having fun, celebrating harmony, and mostly having fun. I feel a very outgoing energy, very, very strong outgoing energy, and is passionate. There's sexual. There's a lot of sexual attraction, very, very, yeah, intense sexual attraction, and that's what you fell for. That this outgoing energy, the fun, the pleasure, and what is he really like? We have the Sun and the Nine of Wands, and of course the Sun is always a very positive card, but it's followed by the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands, it's someone who is still defensive or not ready to let go. I feel very much that this man is not really ready to let go of something yet. There is still something in his vibration, and which keeps him from moving on, being ready for a relationship, for making a commitment. And I feel um, because of the cottage and the sunflowers, everything is in order, everything's there, everything is, there's prosperity, abundance, and so on. I feel that he had that with someone else, and an ex-partner, and that he lost that, and that he's still not over that. He's still that hurt him, it wounded him, and he hasn't healed yet, not completely. He's afraid. He's afraid to let go, to trust again, to love again, to go there again. And his intuition is calling him forwards, that pixie there. But he's afraid to even listen to that. Like, he doesn't trust it. He's sticking with what he knows, the ones on the table. At least, they might not make him happy, but at least he knows what he's got. He doesn't know what he is going to get if he's going to walk away from that table and the wands, from everything that's familiar. And I also feel that he is afraid he is going to be undermined, because we have a mole here at the back, and very close to the fence, and I feel that the fence are his boundaries, and the mole got underneath it. So I feel that he's afraid of being undermined, that he might miss some things that are going on in his backyard, so to speak, behind his back. He's just afraid to trust, and he's not ready yet to make a new commitment. That's, yeah, he can't. So if you are in a relationship with this man, please let me know if this resonates with you, because I feel then he does not really make a real commitment. Not really. He may want to. I'm not saying he doesn't want to, but he is not ready. He can't. He simply can't. He's not ready. The wounding hasn't healed yet. And that has to do, I'm almost convinced of that, with something that happened in the past. He had it all. He really had all. And he was happy with it. He never expected to lose this. He was really happy. He expected to grow old in this cottage with this partner, with this woman, in this situation. And he lost it all. And he's not over that yet. And that's what he is not really showing, because, well, there is the fun, there is the passion, so there definitely is attraction between the two of you. And yeah, but deep down, he is not ready yet. He is not ready yet. And what have you missed? That was interesting, is interesting, is that we have 3 cards. And then we have Pentacles 7, the Chariot, which is the battle wagon in the Green Witch Tarot, and the Queen of Cups. And the 7 of Pentacles is, yeah, it's someone who's not really ready. He's still working, fine-tuning, like the guy, he's polishing the pentacle, right? He's still, and the other pentacles need that work still. So he's just not ready yet. He still needs to do work. It's also a slow card. It always says that it's gonna take a long time, which is funny, because the Chariot is a fast-moving energy. But this is also the Pentacles 7. He's taking his sweet time to also think about the next step, his goals, and what he wants to achieve, and where he wants to go, and taking his time to decide basically what will be the most fruitful action for him. So he's very focused on himself. I also get that feeling from the Chariot, even when he does leave home to have some fun. This 3 of Cups and the passion and all that stuff that came up at first, the bit that you fell in love with, this, It's still about him. Because he's in the chariot on his own. You're not in there with him. And he doesn't want you in there either. That's the feeling I get. Because he doesn't want to commit to you yet. He might in the future, I don't know. At this moment in time, he is not willing to completely share everything with you. That's possibly also why there is 3 women, 3 people in the chalices card. Because he's not completely focusing on one partner, on one person. Right, so maybe in the future this man is willing and able to invite you into the chariots so you can journey together. But right this moment he's not. I feel that very strong. He's not. Because he hasn't decided yet whether you are the best bet, so to speak. And he cannot decide because he's still wounded. He's not over whatever happened. And the Queen of Cups, normally also a very positive card, but yeah, it always stands out to me that she sat there on alone on this tiny little island, so to speak, with her cup, holding her cup. I get a feeling that he is just holding back his heart, his self-love, his heart, everything that he could offer had he healed, but he's not. He's sat there, he's holding, it's almost as if he is keeping it away from you, as if he's keeping it hidden from you, so to speak. He doesn't want to share it with you. He doesn't want to share his heart, his love, his cup of love with you at this moment. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's going to stay this way, but at this moment. And yeah, it's logical because the man can't. Because he's still stuck with this. He just can't. He hasn't healed yet. He's afraid. He can't trust yet. And he's working on that. He is just working on that. What you can learn from this, the Cups 4 and the 6 of Pentacles, I feel very strongly that you have to learn to choose someone who is worthy of you. And that sounds very judgmental, and I do not mean it that way. But it's as if you just don't see when someone is not right for you. And I'm not talking about bad people per se, or players, or whatever, you know, not per se, could be the case, but not per se, but like this man that we're now talking about, he's not ready for you, and it's as if you are not just, you're not seeing that. You're blinded by the passion and the attraction and all these things that you feel, that he makes you feel, and the fun and the celebration and the outgoing energy. But what you must learn is to see that he is not like that. That when people aren't like that, when they are not a good match for you, and well, it's almost as if you see it and you know it, but like you just almost flatly refuse to acknowledge that this is what they are. And it could that can also mean that they will stay that way forever or for years on end, as if you maybe feel that they will change, or that it will get better, and or that you just don't want to be alone, but I do not feel a desperate energy coming from you. It's just like you see what they are. Like this woman here, she sees that this one is a beggar, and she can also tell that this man, he's holding dice, so he's probably a gambler, a cheater. And that this woman, I feel that's you. She is better off, right? Because she's wearing a nice dress, and she's likely having the money to hand out. And over here, I feel this is you, not the woman, but the guy in the door offering a cup, and this is the other person. they are sitting there whinging over things they lost and haven't got any more, and not seeing what you have to offer. And for some reason or other, you see that. You know, this woman sees that they are not worthy, and this guy, he sees that, you know, she's neglecting him, ignoring him, and staring at these cups and feeling like, oh, I haven't got anything good in my life. You know, you see it, you know it, you feel it, and yet you do not walk away from it. For whatever reason, and I feel that's what you have to learn from it. Maybe it's to do with you having enough self-respect and self-worth, a sense of self-worth, knowing that you deserve more. And that just getting this superficial passion and chemistry and outgoing energy and having a bit of fun and all that stuff, but you're not being really, you're not part of his life, not really. He's not giving you his heart, his love. He's not asking you to join him in the chariot. He is not truly sharing with you, and you're putting up with it. In a way, you're putting up with it. So what are you afraid of? You know, just that's what you have to learn to cut your losses and move on if you feel that it's not going anywhere. And it's not like he's treating you like shit. That's not the feeling I get. It's just that he isn't ready. He just cannot offer you. Well, you might want to wait around for him to heal, but what if that takes another 20 years or 10 years? Are you going to wait for that? Or are you going to move on and find happiness elsewhere? In any case, I'm not trying to guide you in any direction. It's just questions I'm asking, you know, issues I'm raising. That's for you to find out. But that's what I feel you have to learn. To that even when you see it, that someone is not right for you, why are you staying in that situation? Don't overstay your welcome as well. So yeah, then we have the last card from the Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. My god, that's bright. Oh dear. Yeah, that's the lights of my webcam. I can't change that, I'm sorry. It's Hilarion. Divine Healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. And the message with this is really interesting, and that might help you with these two cards that we just had, of what you have to learn, because Hilarion is about you being very sensitive and being drawn to helping people, serving people, and wanting to be there for people, but it also says that you have to be careful that you do not deplete yourself. That first and foremost, you also have to make sure that you yourself get filled up with love and respect and worthiness that you get back as well, that you receive as well. So you don't give everything, you don't deplete yourself. It's very important. And yeah, I think that ties in really nicely with these two cards. Where's the other one? Let me quickly see if I can find it. Which was it? The Six of Pentacles. Yeah, there we have it, the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, if you keep giving and giving and giving, then at some point you are going to wear a beggar's dress as well, because you have nothing left to give. And I think that's what you have to learn. Balance in give and take. And if need be, remove yourself from a situation if it doesn't support you, nourish you, and get your needs met. Because you're entitled to get as well, to receive as well, entitled to a man who can invite you into his life and can offer you his heart and love. And right now, this man isn't ready for that. So yeah, I hope that resonated, and please don't shoot the messenger. Well, let me know whether it resonated or not, and I learned from that as well. And I'm wishing you a wonderful day and a very happy Easter, and hopefully see you again very soon. Right, we're going to move on with the numbers 3. What is it you fell for with this man? And we have the Pentacles 8 and the Page of Wands. I feel that what was attractive to you was the fact that he was so dedicated, because this man is really dedicated. He's completely focused, wanting to achieve something, wanting to build up something, working very hard to do so, very focused, and he likes doing what he's doing, and he knows what he's doing as well, right? Because it's an older man, so he knows what he's doing. He's got a lot of experience, and could be that he's a bit of an older man, doesn't have to be, but the fact that he was so knowledgeable, experienced, and stable, that vibe, that dynamic, that appealed to you a lot. That the man had confidence. He knew what he wanted. He knew what he was doing, and he was really dedicated as well, and that appealed to you. And at the same time, there was this youthful thing about him, passion, because it's the page of wands, so there's a very youthful energy, and also passionate because of the wands. That's a fiery energy, but and he's creating something as well, because he's holding the wand, and that also appealed to you. So again, his drive, his motivation, his dedication, his skills, his experience, his wisdom, and I get that wow feeling of a mature man, meeting a mature man who does have passion, who does have goals, and who wants something in life, and already has stuff in life, because he's already got 7 Pentacles finished off. So he's already quite established. That can be literally, but also figuratively, right? Like wisdom is also something you've achieved, having wisdom, the experience. Yeah, and I feel that also because he's quite strong. I think a bit of a, not necessarily a leader figure, but quite strong. And I feel that you like that. That appealed to you. Someone you could almost lean on or something. You know, that sort of dynamic that appealed to you. Someone who made decisions, who took charge. Because this page, he is the one in control, because he's holding the wand. He's manifesting, he's doing it. And that appealed to you, that's what you fell in love with. What's this guy really like? So who is this guy? Then we have, again, Pentacles 10 this time, and we have the Crone, which is strength in the default tarot. Yeah, again, the wisdom, the having everything. You know, experience, wisdom, abundance, prosperity, everything's sussed. It's, you have the house, you have the relationship, you have the kids, you have the money, you have everything. And not literally per se, I'm not saying you have kids or that he has kids, but you know, that everything is in order. Everything you wanted, you have achieved, because the 10 of Pentacles. But I get a sense that it's also a bit gotten, a bit stale. It's also, you know, it's a bit boring. Nothing much is happening. I mean, you know, everyone is just, yeah, the little kid is playing, okay, but he's sitting there, and the other people are just standing there, and as if they're posing for a picture, and there's not much going on anymore, because everything has been done. Everything's been achieved. That energy, you know, like you. Yeah, you've achieved everything in life, that, and so what's left to do other than just sit there and enjoy the fruits of your labor? But, and that's great, that's wonderful, but it can also become boring, dull, a bit stale. And I feel that with the strength card, the Crone as well, which is completely deviating from the normal interpretation. But I feel that, you know, they're walking on that path. It's a straight path. It's as if they've been walking on that path for, I don't know, decades. Even the lion seems to have lost his spring, his roar. The woman, well, it's a crone. A crone is a wise woman, someone who's mature, has a lot of wisdom, but yeah, it is an older woman. You know, she's not going to run around like a little toddler anymore either. And so I feel that it's everything is in order, but it's also a bit dull. And if this is who this guy really is, then he doesn't really have a sense of, I suppose, not really a sense of adventure, of playfulness, of going off the beaten track. It's doing the same thing every day and being content with that. Because I think he is content with that. The question is, are you? And then we have what you have missed. And then we get the Cups 2 and the Knight of Cups and 9 of Pentacles. Again, Pentacles. There's a lot of Pentacles in this. Very earthy energy. And what have you missed? Well, in itself, the Two of Cups is a very positive card. It can also be a twin flame card, soulmate card, love relationship, wonderful. It can also be a friendship, a warm connection, as in a friendship, friendly connection. I feel that when you met this man, that it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. It was like soulmates, twin flames. Maybe you are. And it was a lot of romance, a lot of love. It was wonderful. It was playful. It was, you know, and he swept you off your feet. He literally swept you off your feet. And then you got to this stage, that the building, the stability, the home, the relationship, the commitment, and you also still enjoyed that. But I think at some point later on you came to realize that you needed more, that you missed something, that you wanted more. Yeah, off the beaten track, you know, do have a bit more fun, be a bit more playful, do funny things, goof around, and not sit in that garden all the time anymore, like this, getting bored out of your mind, kind of, almost, you know, yeah, that's the feeling I get from these 3 cards, and that you actually underestimated it, because the man did sweep you off your feet, and you did not realize when you met him that he actually wasn't all that adventurous, playful, or maybe you underestimated the fact that you needed that. Because when with the first cards we had, the Pentacles 8, the man that was working so hard, that was what you fell for. And I think that you fell for that, and then you matured yourself, and then found out that actually you needed more, or something slightly different. Not just the sitting in the garden and doing nothing much, enjoying the fruits of the labor. I think it's a process in yourself, and you didn't know, neither did he. It's just growth, right? Life does that. You learn, you live, you learn, you grow. It's as if it's not fulfilling for you anymore, and you didn't expect that. You didn't see that coming, and neither did he. And what you must learn from this, let's see, we have these 2 cards. Excuse me. The Moon and the 6 of Chalices. I feel for you it is important that you go inward, get in touch with your intuition, and just take your time to find out what it is you need and what you want. And just look into that mirror, like the moon is reflected in that pool. Look at yourself. Are you happy still with what you're seeing? Are you happy with the relationship? Are you happy with your life? If you're not in a relationship really with this man, or still just dating, are you happy with the situation? Just look into the mirror and look at what's reflected back, and find out whether you're happy with that. And if not, then what are you happy with? What is it you do need? What is it you want? And then make sure you're going to get that, because then you get this playfulness again. I really feel that you need more to get away from this homely scene, right? This picnic on the cloth here in the park or wherever is also a homely scene, playing home, playing happy family. I feel you want to get away from that. You just want to leave that behind and just, venture off, take a few things with you and just have an adventure with him. You want that with that partner, or with a partner at least. You don't want to do that on your own. You want to share that. You want to share that. And yeah, just leave it behind, and you might want to come back to this place. You just want to have a bit more fun and experience new things and goof around a bit, and yeah. And also the last card from the Keeper of the Light Oracle. We have Bridget, which is about inner strength, but also this is a fiery goddess. It's about passion, inner fire, inspiration, passion, and she's holding that fire in a bowl as well. I feel that's the problem in a way. Again, that your inner passion, your inner fire has been almost doused, and because that is also related with your inner strength. If you are someone who needs that, who wants that, that will also give you strength to be more playful, to be more passionate, to be more outgoing, to be more, and it's as if, yeah, the fire is slowly going out, and you have to rekindle that fire, either with this man or on your own. That's what I feel. So I hope that resonates. Please let me know. I would like to know. And yeah, one more thing. If you chose 3, because this was a message for most of you, but I do feel that for some of you there's another message, and I quickly, because it's getting really lengthy, and I had wanted to not do that, but I feel for some of you there is another message. I think some of you are got involved with someone who was actually already married, who was in this situation, who had everything, who had the house, the wife, the kids, the just everything sussed, and they got a bit bored with it, and let's see this, and then they met you, and they made you a romantic offer that swept you off your feet, and you felt completely glorious and hallelujah and all that stuff, and it was a deep connection and absolutely wonderful. And but yeah, you cannot really, if this man, if that is true, I feel for a small group of you this is true. You cannot have this with that man, because he's already in this, he already has the domestic situation with someone else, and you could have missed that. In that case, if this is true for you, again, this is not for all of you, this is for a few of you, a mere handful, I think, then you didn't know that. You were not aware that this man was already involved with another woman, that he already had a home setting and the children and, the wife. You didn't know. You really didn't know. Or you didn't know, but he swept you off your feet anyway, and you thought that he would go for you and choose you and then build up a family with you, and I think you're not going to get it. I think you will not get it. So that is a bit of a sad message if that is the case. Yeah, and then it's also a matter of what you have to learn is to go inward and to just deal with it, deal with the pain, get over it, heal, know what you want, and go for that. Go for that, because then you will find it with someone else. So if this is the case for you, I'd also really like to know, because then I know whether my intuition is correct, right? And yeah, so yes, I wish you a very wonderful day and a happy Easter, regardless of everything. I'm going to put a really nice card on top of that. The 6 of Chalices is a great card, and no matter what situation you're in, I do want to wish you a lot of love and a happy Easter, and hopefully see you again really soon. Right, we're moving on to the numbers 4. This is getting very lengthy again. Oh my god. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the 7 of Atames. This is how you felt, or what he was like, or what you fell for when you met him, what you fell in love with. And yeah, I feel because the Ace of Pentacles makes me feel it is a new beginning, but I feel security, safety, being provided for, because there's this house, there's cattle, everything's in order, you have a home, right? And this also is, yeah, they also have a home. He's taking care of her, he's been hunting, he comes home with the with food, and she's waiting for him, and you know, that homely feeling, and being cared for, being taken care of. I feel that the man is very much in charge. Yeah, like he wants to be a provider as well. He wants to sort of be in charge of the situation, and you like that. You wanted that. You needed that. It made you feel safe, secure, to have a man like that. And I think that's what you fell for. I also feel that he has quite a lot of, well, like you say, it is seven of swords, tricks up his sleeve. You can also say that he's got a lot of experience in that sense, because he's got 7 atamis. So if he can't use one, he can use another. That can be for good or for worse in that sense, right? But he's very, I feel he's quite skilled, and I also feel he's rather protective, and not very outgoing, not a very outgoing person. But I think you wanted that, you needed that at the time, because that made you feel safe, that made you feel wanted, that made you feel desired, and secure, a stable home, that feeling. And he gave you that. And what is that man really, what is he really like? Then we have the, again, swords, the 9 of atamis, of swords, right? 9 of swords. And the wild hunt is the tower. I think deep down this man is having a lot of problems. He's having a lot of issues. And I feel he's going round in circles with that. It's his own things. It's not you. It could be that he actually blames you or other people for his problems and issues, but it's his own things, his own limiting thoughts and his own beliefs, his own fears, his own stuff that he hasn't dealt with, and he probably doesn't even know how to deal with it. And that's why he also is not so outgoing. He's very to him. I feel he's very much to himself. Not really outgoing. He probably doesn't have a large social circle either, because he wants to keep that hidden. He doesn't want other people to see that he has these issues, that he has these problems, and that he basically cannot deal with it, because he wants to be this masculine man, and he wants to be the provider, the protector, and you know, the man. But he knows deep down that he actually can't really do that because of these issues, and he's not dealing with the issues. He's trying to do whatever he can to keep them outdoors. He's trying to stay in the tower, he's doing everything he can to not have that tower come down. You know, no matter what people say, because there's these riders on horses here, no matter what people throw at him, advice as well, right? It doesn't have to be nasty, but also advice, things people say, he doesn't want to listen to it, he doesn't want to go there. He has these walls up around himself, and he intends to keep him there. And so that is a very difficult person in that sense to live with, because you can't really get through to him. You can't get through to him, not really. And I don't think you can either, because he would likely not want you to see his pain, the wounds that he carries on the inside, and he's suffering because of that. But you can't do anything about it, as long as he refuses to come out of that tower to do anything about it. You cannot do anything. In that sense, you're powerless, because it's his choice, right? You cannot force people to change. They have to want it. And the way I see it, what I feel, he doesn't want that, because it's too much. I don't know what happened to this guy, but it's too much. He cannot handle it. He doesn't want to go there. He avoids it. He just wants to live his happy life, so to speak, even if that means that it's just a farce, a pretense almost. Yeah, you know, it's all happy, it's good, and he has everything. He has a partner, he has the house, and he is the man, he's providing, protecting, and that's what he wants to live. He doesn't want to go indoors, I almost said indoors. He wants to go inwards to do the work. It's too much. What have you missed concerning his character? When you met him or fell in love with him, what didn't you see? Then we have the major arcana cards. Interesting. Two major arcana cards come up. The Oak King is the Hanged Man, and we have the Lovers, and we have the Seven of Chalices. This means that no movement, right? The Hanged Man is about needing time to get a different view on things and to heal, recover, whatever. It's not moving anywhere, and so I think you didn't see that this man actually isn't going anywhere. Also, the infinity symbol that he's drawing on the ground is about balance. It's about continuity, of course, but it's also about balance. And he doesn't have the balance. That's what he's looking for, in a balance, but because of that wounding. But as long as he keeps these walls up, the tower, he's not going to find that balance. And I think you didn't see that at the time. You didn't see that. And here we have the Lovers, and well, that is a beautiful card. I think you do have a deep connection together. I think he does love you very much, and you love him a lot as well. But what you didn't see, I think, is that yeah, it's really odd. I get a sense this man is wearing antlers on his head, and I feel as if they're weighing him down. They're weighing him down. He isn't strong enough to carry these antlers. And which brings me back to the Nine of Swords again, the wounding, and he wants to be this man, this provider, the masculine man, the masculine empowered energy man, but he can't. So he puts on these antlers because he's trying to be that man, and you thought he was that man, but he isn't because of that wounding. And it's yeah, this guy is not having it easy. And there isn't anything much you can do about it. And you didn't see that. You didn't really see that. Because you missed that. This is about what you missed, right? And also the Seven of Cups is about confusion. It can also be fears, not knowing what to do, where to go, what action to take, what's right, what's wrong. Yeah, just confusion. It's also stagnant energy. It's also not going anywhere. And this can also mean a long time, because there's seven cups he has to work through to decide which cup is worth saving, and or just the 7 cups all together, what he has to do with them. What does he have to do with them? Does he have to fill them? Does he have to chuck them? Does he have to polish them? He doesn't know. He just really doesn't know. It requires a huge transformation. There is a butterfly there. Butterflies are about transformation. But he is not going there. He's not going there. Because he's waiting, he's pausing, he's not going really anywhere, and that's weighing down on him. And you missed that as well. You didn't see that. You completely didn't see that. You just felt this masculine energy, the security, and he does provide for you. He does do that. He does offer you, in that sense, a sense of security and safety, because he is making the effort for you. He does want to be the man, but yeah, he can't really be empowered. It's just because this wounding. He can't. So he can't go forward, and that's what you missed. You didn't see that. This man is really he's not having an easy time. What you can learn from this, I actually feel you are in a relationship with this man. It might not be for every one of you, but I feel many of you are involved with this man. Seriously involved. For a longer period of time. Then we have the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, which is both about inner balance, finding balance, knowing what you have to do, cooperation as well, teamwork, but this is also inner conflict. So yeah, this is really finding inner balance, knowing what you want, what you don't want. How am I supposed to solve this? You need to know for yourself what you want, how you want it. I feel you lost your feet in this relationship with this man because of this man. That you lost your feet, your balance, because you thought you had it all. You thought you had the right guy, and the stability, the home, the wonderful life, and everything, and then it turned out to be different, and that, yeah, that made you wobble. So now you've sort of lost your balance. Not sort of, you'd have lost your balance. You have seriously lost your balance. So you also have inner conflict, and there's also yeah, you have to learn that as well. To that these two, they actually have to cooperate together. They have to work together. They have to perform magic from this one book together, right? They have to share the book, and they have to they have to work together, but that's difficult because it's five of wands. It's contradictory energy. It's conflict energy, and I also feel that for you, it's knowing when you have to withdraw yourself from the situation, when it's not serving you, when it's not good for you, because this is upsetting you. It's, I'm not saying you have to break up with this guy, that you have to leave this man, but you have to find your feet again, because right now it is damaging your own sense of self-worth and self-esteem, and knowing what you want. It also, especially what you want out of life, where you want to go. It's that's it. It's stopping you from moving forward. That's it. Because it causes too much upheaval in you. So now you are stuck as well. So basically now it's two people being stuck. You are stuck as well now. So you have to really contemplate this, just think about this and what you want to do with this. And also the Knight of Wands is, this person does know where she wants to go. She's not in a hurry, because the horse is not galloping, it's just stepping. But she knows where she wants to go. There, the village, right? There's a sign here saying village. I'm not sure if you can read that, but it's there. And there is a village in the back, and the sun is, I think, coming up. So wonderful new things are about to happen, and that's where she is going. The path isn't straight, so she can't see everything that she might come across during her way, to her goal. But she knows it's there. The path is clear, and she's going there, and she's confident. She knows what she wants. She knows where she's going, and that's what you have to learn from this situation. You have to find your feet again. Deal with your inner turmoil and chaos and being stagnant, and find out what it is that you want out of life, out of this relationship, what makes you happy, and then you might have to make a decision, because I do feel most of you are in relationship with this man. So you will have to make a decision whether you can still get your needs met and find happiness within this relationship, or whether you will have to leave this relationship to find that. I don't know, that's up to you as well. It's not my choice to make. But that's it. And then we have the Holy Amethyst from the Keepers of the Light Oracle. This is about alchemy, divine alchemy. It's about alchemy. It's basically having the ability to make something good from something that is not so pleasurable, not so good, or less quality, whatever. Like making gold from pewter or iron, right? Then you have something that's more valuable, that's better than what you started out with. Meaning that that you learn from everything, all experiences in life, also relationships that might be difficult or might be impossible or whatever, maybe even nasty, abusive. It doesn't matter what. That you learn from that, and that if you learn from all these things, even the less pleasant ones, you can still turn these lessons, the wisdom you gain from that, you can turn that into gold, and you can use that in the future to attract, manifest something different, something better. That's what it's about. So whatever you do with this relationship, you can you have the ability to do that, to learn from it, and to turn it into something better for you. Whether you stay in this relationship or whether you leave this relationship, that's up to you. But you do have the ability to do that, to learn from it and to change it for you, right? Not for him, for you, because I don't think you can change him. Because like I said before, he's not going to come out of that tower, and no, he's not going to do that. So you have to make a decision what it is you want, and you have the ability to come out better, regardless of whether you stay or not. And that's completely up to you. I hope that resonated with you. Please let me know. And I like to finish with a card that is one just positive, a nice positive card on top. So the lovers. And again, like I said, I do feel there is a lot of love between the two of you. There is love between the two of you from both sides. This man really cares for you, but he's not having it easy. Yeah. In any case, I hope it resonates. Let me know, and if you liked it, then please like it. And I'm wishing you an awful lot of love and light with whatever it is you do, and have a wonderful Easter. And I hope to see you again soon with another reading. Bye!